Stop chasing. Look, it's Marcel, aka Honey Bunny Sunny, and you know I'm on a mission to make you some money. Listen, if it's your first time tuning in, welcome. Today I'm going to talk about how addiction will set you free, right? But positive addiction, right? We all operate on a system that needs to be stimulated, right? A lot of times we choose vices that cause us to do negative things or have negative addictions, which cause our life to spiral. But there are things that you can do that are positive addictions, and there are highs that take place within those positive addictions. Now, I want to bring your attention to a book that I read that kind of, brought this into fruition for me. It's called Positive Addiction, and it's by William Glasser. It was published in 1976, and it still stands the test of time, right? So, as many of you know, I work out, I box, I run, I do a bunch of different things, but running is something that really, out of all the exercises you can do, that really teaches you about life, right? It's not so much a physical game. Like, our bodies alone can withstand a lot of running, a lot of exercise, but we have to make a connection with our body and our mind when we're in the process of running, because there's going to be these hurdles, these negative emotions, this energy that's moving through you, awakening things that lay dormant in you from when you were younger. And you're going to be faced with multiple decisions throughout that run that you're going to have to make. And it's literally, are you going to stop or are you going to continue? And you're hit with that multiple times, right? Life is the same way. Any journey that you endeavor upon, anything you decide that you want to do, it's going to be so many times where it's like, do I keep going or do I retreat? Do I keep going or do I retreat? Now, what most people face when faced with that question, right, is I don't see this getting any better, so I'm going to retreat. A lot of people do something for a short period of time and never give themselves the opportunity to experience what's on the other side. All right, so there's something called a runner's high that you get when you run for an extended period of time. But it's the reward for you saying, I'm going to continue, I'm going to continue, I'm going to continue. Now, for different people, they experience this in different times. I know for me, it took when I broke through the window of about 7 miles, right? Now, I don't run 7 miles every single day, but when I was training for a marathon, I was, running, higher mileage, and I realized that, okay, the higher mileage caused me to want to stop more times. But when I finally broke through that wall that kept pushing me back down, that wall that my identity was encompassed in, I saw something that I couldn't believe. And now that I understand this, I can apply this to so many different areas of life. And I want to share it with you so that you understand that you get a bonus, a reward, a boost when you keep saying yes when you feel like saying no. I'm not talking about with people. I'm not talking about people pleasing. I'm talking about between you and God. This is you and your journey, your goals, whatever you're trying to build, whatever you say you're trying to build, you're going to get hit with multiple, should I keep going or should I retreat? Should I keep going or should I retreat? You're going to get hit with that. That is literally how it works. And in order to get to the place where it's euphoric and you get the assistance of the universe, you have to break through that wall. So with the runner's high, it's like I said, it took me about 7 miles, and forever I was stopping before 7 miles. I was doing like 4 or 5, then run, walk, all that stuff. But when I finally broke through 7 miles, do you know what happened? When I finally broke through that 7th mile, what happened was I got this euphoric feeling. I felt stronger than ever. I felt like I could do literally anything, put anything up against me. I was running through it. And you get into this high where you're just collecting miles at this point. Before the high, you're looking at your watch, or you're looking at your phone trying to figure out, man, when is this next mile gonna hit? What's my pace? when you break through the wall and you get to the runner's high, the euphoria, man, 5 miles go by and you don't even realize it because you're so locked into your zone. This type of high, I truly believe, exists in everything, but we don't stay in things long enough to find it, right? So if you're watching this video, I think that you landed on this for a reason. There may be something that you've been struggling with, or you haven't been getting the results that you've been wanting to get. And I'm telling you, you just haven't been in it long enough. You haven't said yes when you didn't feel like it long enough. You haven't stayed the course long enough. But keep going, because you're on the brink of reaching that high. With running, it's runner's high. With trading, it's a trader's high. With whatever you're doing, there is a high version of it. And we frankly like to be high. A lot of people just choose the wrong vices to get that high from. You can do things that are going to support your future self and that are sustainable, that can give you the same euphoric high that you pay for to get temporarily, right? Stay with me. You gotta stay in the game, stay in the journey a little bit longer in order to experience it. When you get to that high, it's going to give you a boost, right? You ran 7 miles to break through that high, or you traded 100 times or 1,000 times. You posted 1,000 YouTube videos to break through that point. But when you do break through that point, all of a sudden, the work starts to become easy. It starts to feel light. It starts to feel like there's not really much of a grind. The universe is just pushing you like, go, go. And you feel like there's nothing you can't do. This is when your creativity starts to peak. You start to come up with ideas and concepts that you couldn't even imagine coming up with on your own, right? You got that assistance of the universe, but this is the key to unlocking it. You gotta hang in there a little bit longer. Now look, I believe I've said what needs to be said. This video could be an hour long, but I think we'll stop right here. All right. I appreciate you guys checking out the channel. If you are new, definitely hit that subscribe button. If it was valuable to you, hit the like button, comment. Let's get at least 100 likes on this to get it into the algorithm, to get it to the people that need to hear it in this moment. Okay. Much love. I appreciate y'all. It's always love over here. All right. Remember, invest smart, live free. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.